Filming from GenCon 2016. In this video we talk about Heart of Crown by Japanime Games, and Tony is going to tell us about this game. Thank you, Tony.
Yes, thank you. So Heart of Crown is a deck building card game. It plays for 2 to 5 players, and I believe that it is actually one of our very best games as far as your replayability and just the fun of the game. So the premise is that you are basically a campaign manager. You want to get your princess to succeed the throne. The king has died and somebody's got to take over for him. So you're going to choose a princess and you're going to back her in the campaign to become the next queen. Yeah.
How does the game work?
Well, like most deck building card games, you're going to have your basic starting deck, which is going to have your resources. In this case, it's farming villages. And then you're also going to have your apprentice maids, who are supposed to be kind of like your helpers, but in fact they're worth negative victory points. So
yeah, they look a little clumsy and uncomfortable.
A little bit clumsy and uncomfortable, yes. So what you're going to do, like any campaign manager, you're going to use, you got to get money for your campaign. Now, the farming villages you can tax to get money from your farming villages, which is why they have this coin. Okay? So you're going to kind of start out with these basic resources, and then what you're going to hopefully do is purchase bigger resources, like a large city and a regular sized city. Obviously, if it's a large population, you're going to get more tax money from them, which is why it's worth 3 or 2 instead of just 1.
So this is the cost, I assume?
And that is the cost,
and this is how much it produces?
Exactly. Now, those are just your resources, but then there are also this little area, this little town area, where you're going to be able to get cards that allow you to do other functions, like draw 2 cards, gain 2 more coins, discard a card, which allows you to draw extra cards. So basically, you're going to need these cards in order to obtain more resources to get higher level cards. What I really like about Heart of Crown is that there's several different phases. In the beginning phase, you're really going to be spending your resources to get these cards, which allow you to draw extra cards or change out, get rid of your apprentice maids because they are kind of clumsy. And then once you have backed a princess, which actually costs 6 coins to do, once you've backed a princess.
So you start as a campaign manager, but you're not sure yet who you're going to be working with.
That's right. And each princess has a special ability. So, depending on your strategy, you can kind of change that up. And there are other princesses and other expansions that give you extra things. So once you've backed a princess, then your strategy kind of changes a little bit, because you're going to want to start bribing city officials like the Duke and the Senator, and maybe even acquiring a royal maid for assistance, because these guys actually give you extra victory points, which is how you win the game. You can't win the game until you have 20 victory points, in which case you announce a coronation, and once you've announced your coronation, everybody else has 1 turn to challenge your announcement, and if they don't, then you win the game. So it actually takes quite a bit to get to those 20 victory points, because other players can use different resources to knock your victory points down or sabotage your campaign. So it's quite dynamic, and I do like that you kind of have to build in this certain way. There's definitely phases of the game.
How do people challenge your coronation?
If they have 20 victory points as well. So basically you and I could be neck and neck, and if I use my turn to announce a coronation, you have 1 turn to hopefully get to 20 as well. And if you've gotten to 20 as well, then we go into sudden death. So yeah, it's a great game, and there's very high replayability. There's actually 30 different kinds of cards. You'd only choose 10 per game. And so, like I said, the replayability is very high for that reason.
Nice, very nice. When is the game going to be available?
In October. I'm sorry, December.
December.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Tony, for telling us about Heart of Crown.
Yeah, thank you so much.